Alright guys, welcome to this video. I just want to say that I'm not planning on playing Tokyo Dark for a second time. Instead, we're going through the Steam community page to look through the endings. And yes, of course, I'm listening to this. My lower it a little bit so I can hear myself talking. Anyway, this game, it has 11 endings, and from my previous videos, it seems that I have reached the purity ending, which is not exactly a awesome ending, but you know what? That was my choice, so I'm not going to say anything here. Anyway, this guy, he said those first ending you can actually get before going to Aokigahara is, you know, the revenge ending. Here, he said something about you must make sure you won't reach negative 100 and below in Aokigahara. And then breaking point, not making any friends, blah blah blah. You have the option to destroy Reina. Yep, that is one of the ending. By destroying Reina, I'm not so sure what will exactly happen. Maybe the curse will be released to the world, so just like the purity ending, purify, whatever. Then the special endings, becoming lost, is very easy to get. As you can see, all you have to do is to keep on taking pills. You can keep on taking pills, but if you took too much of them, you will become lost, like the name suggests. That's very easy to imagine, right? So we don't have to say anything about that. Insanity. It's another ending you can achieve before the branch after Aokigahara. Blah blah blah. You should have negative 100. When you pick up that thing at the end of Aokigahara and the cutscene is triggered, they should trigger a new cutscene while you go insane, as won by the maid girl and the grandmother before. Yep. And then you will get stuck there forever and you can't get out. And he said something about the violent endings. The aula I gave in the first ending session leads to a lot of the violent options. In New Game Plus, this gives more options. Remember to take pills so you can pass Aokigahara, yes? Don't take too many, blah blah blah. After Aokigahara, you have the choice of going to either Shinjuku or Kamakura. Make sure to save when going back. There's an additional save spot in Zeus, so we can forget and confront Reina or destroy Reina. The revenge ending is the ending he was talking earlier. You can wear the mask. You can leave Tanaka and save yourself, or you can stay with Tanaka. Okay. Become the mask bearer. Becoming the mask. I think in the becoming the mask bearer with the violent thingy, I think it will be a good outcome for Itō, you know? Maybe she can do something about it, but if she's behaving violently, I don't think it will turn out well, so to speak. Kamakura. Yep, this is a decision I made. I went to Kamakura. It will give you the reap what you sow or the arrested ending. Yeah, if the violence is too high, that's what happened. But I managed to get the professional ending, so it's a little bit different. I managed to get the purified thing. We'll give you the end of the mask ending. Yep. Let him save yourself with a mask, becoming a mask bearer. The cat endings. Yeah, and for the cat ending, you have to actually go and search for all of those 20 cats as suggested by this post right here. Anyway, if you guys can't see this, I'm just going to enlarge it. Okay, and then let's do this. Let's get it all the way up. Okay, this is way too much. I'm sorry for fucking around. Yeah, let me go down a little bit. This should be at the center of the screen right now. You guys should be able to see it really easily. I know another thread I'm going to read is the ending discussions, major spoilers. I just finished the true ending after doing a few of the other endings. Purification, yes, I did that the first time, and I'm not planning to do anything else. Only a child, except for feeling a little lacking. You see this game true endings being a good ending for everybody. Okay, blah blah blah. Itō gives up her humanity to protect the boundary between life and death, knowing that sometime down the line she's going to lose the grip on her sanity and the memories that tie her to the mortal realm and the original purpose of her choice. Not only that, but the choice is made out of a sense of duty that led on her by omniscient beings and the nebulous power of fate. After having her will beaten down over countless retreatings of the censor over and over again until she begrudgingly accepts her role, eventually giving up the desire to fight back. Okay, that is... wow. You said that is a true ending. Well, I'm glad I'm not playing. The whole thing left a bad taste in my mouth, Itō, and I really wish there was another true ending to find that would turn the fate around for her so she could serve a higher purpose than being a universe personal drain plug. Also, I'm a little miffled that we never found out the mechanics behind her being able to relive these events over and over again. And important to the telling of the larger story, blah blah blah. Yes, this is one of those ideas. It's ironic, when I play a game, I expect to have control over the fate of a character and have actions or choice be rewarded with the best ending I could get. It is very frustrating. Maybe it's different from, I don't know, the cultures thingy. This game is made by Square Enix, right? So, I mean, I've been watching a lot of animes. I've been playing a lot of video games made by Japanese people recently, and this, yeah, I think I can understand that. They're not going for the, the kind of endings that will make everyone feel happy. I remember so many of those awesome animes, they will leave you with a sense of, I don't know, not really happy, not really sad, it's just a mix of everything. It makes you wonder, it makes you think about the anime after it ends. And this game is kind of like the same. It will make you question everything in life. Your religions, your beliefs, whatever you think. It's that kind of game that, you have to experience to know. It's hard to describe. None of the endings are particularly good for anyone in the game, either from committing suicide to 2 people dying after saving 1 person. Trying to save right now, I guess it will kill the grandmother and then the girl as well, Mai. Becoming a hermit. Yeah, becoming a hermit means that she will be alone forever. And it was said even the true ending is rather melancholy. Nice ending than nice, and mostly popular in the Western world thanks to some games like Broken Sword. The Japanese do tend to take a more melodramatic and unfortunately realistic take on things. Itō could be seen as just being a puppet who hasn't looked up at her strings. I presume that's why they chose her name. Oh, so Itō means a doll, huh? A puppet, I guess, whose actions might seem to be self-chosen are mostly controlled by those around her. And like a puppet, she can't look up either. No, I am the player who controls her in that game. And then the story is written by people there. So it's not going to be like you have total freedom like we have in real life. You're just playing a game to see from her perspective, that's it. It will all come down to how heroism should be felt. Is it the end result that makes the hero heroine, or the fact that they were willing to lose a lot everything in order to make things right? The needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few. Even if through all these heroics, nothing can actually be done to stop the problem. Or is it even worth trying at all? I personally think all the endings are appropriate. Perhaps it helped that when I bought it, I had a feeling that none of them would be particularly happy. I remember liking saving Ren and staying with Tanaka because they fulfill an emotional payoff that isn't in all the endings. Saving Ren, it completes Ren's story by giving her peace and fulfilling Tanaka's wishes. And staying with Tanaka, it's probably the happiest ending when Itō and Tanaka are getting closer. And it has a somewhat optimistic note. I say walk off together. Oh yeah, sure. Walk off together into the void, into nothingness. It doesn't give you closer on what happens next in the living world. And Mai and her grandma are almost certainly dead, but it feels pretty happy by comparison. With the true ending, the game puts a lot of emphasis on how this one choice has to happen. And Itō has no choice but to save the fabric of reality. I don't even know what choice led you to that outcome, but I don't care though. The only real glimpse you catch of the consequence is in the purification ending. As the world goes to hell, yes! Man, I actually kinda like that. I made that choice. The rest is vaguely said as something is coming, and the dark encroaching on reality, but you don't see the scenes like more people like Reina, collector historian popping up and messing up with the world, or have people experiencing insanity episodes, which would have gone a long way in making Itō's choice feel more deserving than the mask's bearer ending. There are some good games where the true ending isn't necessarily a particularly happy one. Hatoful Boyfriend comes to mind. And people, you guys play a lot of games I haven't heard of. And endings need to be appropriate for the game. Yes, I agree with that. Blah blah blah. I think the most suitable ending is an older child becoming the mask bearer, because if Itō doesn't solve Reina's problem, Reina won't find peace, and there will be a ravaging killer wandering in Tokyo. The Kawana woman will be the first victims, okay? So that's what happened. That kind of scenarios. So there are only two choices. If Itō becomes a mask bearer, will Reina find peace in this case? She will walk through the door in both these variants. And if Itō always saves Reina and doesn't become the mask bearer, it means that nobody will control the darkness. Oh, major spoilers ahead. In the cat ending, Itō survives. She's probably condemned to sleep forever in the cat sanctuary, as everything repeats again. In Together ending, both Itō and Tanaka lose themselves to the dark and the world are still screwed. I remember you ending. She survives, but there was still screwed. Reina's still outside there, keeping her search for the mask going and killing. Yep, she starts with Mai and her grandma. In saving Reina, she gives her peace by killing her and not becoming the mask bearer. Itō isn't fixing the world. The world isn't worth saving. Or it's like the power of one single person will not be enough to save the entire world. Purifying the mask means that there's actually no longer a way of controlling the dark. Yeah, I picked that one. The becoming ending is, well, probably the better one of them all. Becoming the mask? Why? Different from the previous mask bearer, she takes the role willingly in the end. Reina was more or less thrown into the role with no idea what was happening. She got all kind of broken in the process. Yes, I understand. She was just a little girl there. People were pretending to have fun. They told her she is going to be the next, well, I don't know, the chosen one, that kind of thing. And then the mass murder, well, not really mass murder, mass suicide happened. The original mass bearer had equal part hatred and desire to protect humanity. And as she lost herself with time, the hatred got preeminent. That original mask bearer must be in the true ending, right? Itō takes it to protect other and the loops and make it so she make peace with herself before accepting the mask. That's enough to save her. Why does this remind me of that game, Tower of Time? Yeah, people are just going to use the same concept again and again. The main character in that game, he had to, just sit there. Sit on a goddamn throne or something to protect the timeline and everything. And then I remember seeing everyone sacrificing themselves in that game. For fuck's sake, just kind of depressing. It took me nearly 30 hours to complete the game, and then they just do the sacrificing themselves for the greater of the humanity. Fucking hell. Humanity is not going to get better. I mean, you have to get better starting with yourself. You're not going to make a huge impact on the world by trying to change others. You have to change yourself first. That's what everyone has been telling everybody. But no, it's not going to be that simple. We all have our opinions and thoughts about all kinds of things together. The way I see things is because of all my previous choice experience in life, and it might make sense to some of you, but then again, it will not make sense to the others. Anyway, that said, she still becomes a scarecrow in the dark, standing forever on the door. But at least she won't be completely alone. She should be able to talk to the historian, assuming she keeps her humanity. Guess it depends on how strong you think Itō is. The first mask bearer went into it willingly, but at least in the image she seemed kind of young. Itō is at least a grown one going to it with her eyes open. Blah blah blah. They think she can keep it longer. The problem is, the longer you are the mask wearer, it seems the less human you become. Or rather, you start caring less about humanity. The very first mask wearer lasts a long time. A very, very long time. While Reika lasts about 20 years. I mean, if this is true in real life, I don't think people will be able to last for about a week. God, they were just going to give up and then say fuck it. I think I will be one of them. It's easy for us to say, we're not in their shoes, we're not in their positions. We're just here imagining things, trying to imagine ourselves in our shoes. But that never really happened to us, so we cannot know that for sure, There's no ending at all. There's no satisfactory tying up to all those loose ends. This is a Japanese thing, yes. This is what I've been talking about. All are doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past. Another page. No, let's read it. Why not? This video is just about me reading those things. And it's the cultural difference. The Western world expect happy ending despite the fact that happiness may not have the basis in reality. Whereas as a Eastern era expects a more grounded expectation despite the fact that a happy ending is possible. Yeah, I guess this is why you have the main Asian kind of thing issues. Yes, I'm an Asian, so I have to study like a shit tons of things. But I guess I am kind of blessed. My parents, they did not try to force me into, their career, the job, their things. I let them know my opinion, my choice. I want to be a video editor. First, they kind of oppose it, but then I make money. I'm able to support myself and the family, so they back off. It's not like that for everyone here. I just want you guys to know that you guys are living a wonderful life elsewhere. I mean, maybe not. That may be not true with all the you know, mental breakdowns every so often with all of those issues. I saw everything people are talking about online, on Reddit, on YouTube. There's just so many bad things happening. It's just, I don't know. I'm glad I am able to express my thoughts here in English. I think it would not be easy for me to explain things in English, but I'm trying my best. It'll be a lot easier if you guys can understand Vietnamese. So all I have to do is just type in words, and there you have it. Okay guys, I think I'll just stop it right there. I've been fucking around for 20 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. We're back real soon for some other games.